Black American women are forced to perform in industries that enable these types of people who are known to dehumanize us, while also monetizing off of us. Corporate America exists beyond the office. It's on your social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube podcasts. When Black American women advocate by being specific about the tactics used to disenfranchise us, they say it's a dog whistle. They say we're dangerous, that we're lazy, that we need to work harder. Work harder. That sounds so familiar. I think we've heard that before.
Might have to drop a dime on this.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
Alright, y'all, we back with another video. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing health, wealth, and a better understanding of self. So check this out. I've been watching a lot of content recently about FBA. People are mad at FBA for being xenophobic and for always talking about black people, and they're calling us anti-black. Let me explain to y'all why this is very important for them to say this, because we just seen Kevin Hart and Cat Williams just, ended their differences, right? And they cooled down, right? But you see on my channel, I'm always calling out the organizations, the people that's using black, and they use black people, and it's always used to undermine our progress, okay? So I can see how they don't want us to be exposing their black agents, because they want to use black people. If you see how the Democratic Party do, they always point at Trump, white people. So if we kind of can control our own people, I think it's going to be hard for them to run their narratives on us. So that's why they coming out with this now. I seen some people on Twitter. I ain't even going to put that video up. I got some other clips that I'm going to show y'all. But there's people that are saying that, okay, just because we're calling out black people, we're anti-black. So, and I'm letting everybody know this, because we know what the game is. But even the Black Panther Party, if you remember, I remember coming up, and they even had the Black Panther Party, not the Malcolm X movie. They had the Malcolm X movie, and it was like, man, a black man with all that power. But I remember people used to say the Black Panthers was like the same thing as the KKK, just black people. I remember that discrediting going on. So we're seeing the same thing now. It's just like a social discrediting of what we doing. Because here we're just trying to protect our resources, our name, image, and likeness from people that are using it in their best interest. So I'm not worried about people saying, hey man, you only talk about black, because that's what we're trying to straighten. That's what we're trying to correct. We got to clean our house before we start pointing at anybody else. But I appreciate everybody who's been supportive of the channel, man, donating. Shout out to my boy Ames, Well, Call Dog, Y'all Rules, Queen G, everybody who's been holding it down. Shabazz has been supporting me for years. My mom, and salute to all the moms, has been supporting being here, man. I love and appreciate y'all. I don't know what I would be. Shout out to Mama Lisa holding us down. But check out these clips, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna give y'all some more commentary. Let's get it.
To be authentically Nigerian is to know what an akata is. Last year around this time, I mentioned the lack of representation for Black American beauty creators. By this, I mean brand activations, paid brand deals, and overall media coverage. From this video alone, I was called tribalist and divisive. Overall, the video was in bad faith by this character. I think it's so ironic. She publicly celebrated on her beauty blog Nigerian Independence Day through a authentication list that explicitly referenced Black Americans through a racial slur on her public beauty blog in 2012. The media calls her the voice for Black women, the one calling out the brands for inclusivity. Through her words, she's claiming it to be part of the authentic Nigerian identity. If you're wondering, she was about 25 years old at the time and had over 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. Just to give you a little background on what was happening around that time. Black American women are forced to perform in industries that enable these types of people who are known to dehumanize us, while also monetizing off of us. Corporate America exists beyond the office. It's on your social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube podcasts. When Black American women advocate by being specific about the tactics used to disenfranchise us, they say it's a dog whistle. They say we're dangerous, that we're lazy, that we need to work harder. Work harder. That sounds so familiar. I think we've heard that before. Oh, and don't be fooled. They aren't operating alone. Black censored magazines enable them. We don't get to speak. We are not represented. Our stories are used and occupied by people who have never identified or represented themselves as Black American.
I'm being one of the same people that's asked to do something. It's the same vibe. It's starting to be the same Black girls at these events.
But the fact that the 5 people that are constantly chosen are predominantly West African is almost always left out. That specific detail is never mentioned, and it's on purpose. It's rarely ever Black American women in these rooms. She said, I'm proud of the community we built. We opened the doors for each other, and I know now she means that quite literally. Here are some more authentic Nigerian examples. You know you're Nigerian if your family owns a shop that mainly caters to foreigners. That sounds about right. If you are friends with someone just because they're Nigerian, you know you're Nigerian if you bond with people more from other African countries. For example, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Gambia, and Eritrea. Are we surprised? Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. Here's my favorite. If your parents or relatives have ever disliked someone because of the simple fact that they were Akata. So as you can see, through this industry standard and practice, institutions have filled their diversity quotas with the same reoccurring small group of West Africans and Caribbeans, diasporic creators, all while Black American creators are systemically excluded from the same opportunities. We just don't get those. I guess they're all booked. And when we do speak up about things, we get emails like this. In bold, my Black American activism cadence is troublesome. Thanks, Deborah. Yeah, so when I say it's systemic, here it is in bold writing. Black American activism is a problem. Flat Blackness is celebrated and duplicated many, many, many times. 2026 is the age of disclosure. Somebody has to be honest about what's going on in this industry. This isn't about consistency. It's not about creativity, engagement, or talent. Working harder doesn't matter when the board is rigged in someone else's favor.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about people who are descendants of formerly enslaved people.
Okay.
Right?
And so when you say Black, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about all of us who are the diaspora.
Interesting.
I'm Black. I'm also American. I'm Black American.
Okay.
But my ancestors were not enslaved, right? So that's really important because I'm a benefactor as an immigrant coming here to benefit from all the hard work that African Americans and everything they have fought, so that I could even be able to go to schools like Princeton, right? Like,
thank you for saying
that. They were the first. And no, it's really important to say that.
It is.
You know, and I think people are like, they have to recognize like African Americans are not immigrants, right?
Right.
So I think that, you know, to survive in this country, African Americans have had to work outside of systems in creative ways. So I've been thinking about how do we work outside of systems and leveraging a lot of what African Americans did, which was really relying on community, you know, relying on alternative funding structures.
Caribbeans are now complaining that they're being pushed out of New York. Check this out.
I'm not even gonna hold you. The shit that they doing to New York is giving Tulsa without the massacre. They're literally closing our shops and putting our shops out of business so that they can open their shops. They're literally pushing people to sell their houses, trying to offer them big money that these people never seen before in their life, only to demolish the house and build this ugly, gray, rectangle-shaped, pixie world-looking building. And then they move into that building. Mind you, the people in the community can't even afford to live there. Now, only for them to complain about the environment that nobody invited them to move into. Now, everyone in the community is starting to become affected by these people moving. The way I look at it, it's literally like a virus, and they're slowly destroying the culture that we've built here in New York City.
Why did she say Tulsa? Like, is there anything in Trinidad equivalent to Tulsa, Oklahoma? I don't think so. But anyway, yeah, she's stating that they're being pushed out, but I'm trying to understand because they said that they're buying you out, right? They're offering you money for your homes, and then they're building these building structures. You could say no. Like, what did Cat Williams say? You could tell Diddy no. Like, you could tell him no, but they probably never seen this much money in their life. Like, this is like a lifetime infinite supply of plantains. But yeah, Zoran ran this whole campaign on immigrants first. He didn't mention any Americans, white Americans, black Americans, no Americans. He said this country was built on immigrants, and this is who he's pandering to. So this is who y'all voted in, and no one said anything about black Americans when black Americans were being pushed out of New York City. But yeah, Caribbeans are victims now. They're the victims.
All right, so y'all see how we just pointing out the hypocrisy, what's going on with people coming to this country, taking our resources, and it's just going deep. The more we keep researching and studying this, the more and more we finding out. Shout out to the sister, man, who, found out what they was doing as far as the Akata, the term that they using on us. Ain't nobody say that, but they so butthurt about the word tether. But we know on their sites and how they speak to each other, y'all say these names to each other. But our point is, it's a real agenda out here to discredit what we're doing. And we just want truth. And I'm seeing it on X. A lot of people are just speaking on X. And they just saying how we're just so, it reminds me of how they tried to do the Black Panther Party. I used to hear people talk about the Black Panther Party and be like, yo, this is like the KKK. And it's like, this is the same thing what we going through with our FBA movement. But we seeing it time and time again. So y'all check out my video I did on FBA waking up, where it was a story about, it was a brother saying how he found out how it is actually organizations to help black immigrants specifically, okay? And it's just like what this lady said, they're going in depth of not using their lineage in certain situations and kind of trying to use our lineage. So that's what we calling out. That's what we doing on this page and pretty much all of the all of the grassroots pages. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push me on the algorithm, and support independent media, because the only way we can fight narratives is we have a strong enough media presence out here, because a lot of people are gonna get left out because they going so hard, and we still killing them, okay, with the points, just with the realness. Anytime you hear these people speak and they have to, discredit us, they not selling the people like we are, in my opinion. We bringing facts and stats. So I definitely want to know what y'all think about this in the comment section. We do go live. I want y'all to tap into the live, because on live is where I was supposed to go yesterday. I didn't go yesterday. We're trying to fix some technical difficulties. I know I got a bug or something on my internet network or something, okay? Because I'm freezing, I'm freezing up. It's like shutting. That's a lot going on, but we're gonna keep pushing. We're not gonna let nothing stop us from our progression. So salute to everybody who's been supporting the channel, man. Everybody who's been, hitting that like button, sharing, posting me on Twitter, man. I love and appreciate y'all. We got more videos dropping, all of them coming. I'll catch y'all in the video. Make sure y'all leave me a comment with how y'all feel. Peace and love.
A community must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax bases for your own people. You should at least control four basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.